Hello and welcome back everybody to our UMoria 5.6 playthrough where we're clearly using a shovel, where at least our bonus to armor class surpassed 0. All these exciting things going on. Yep, let's switch. Did a bit of research really quickly this morning. Checked out... Oh, there was a dragon over here, wasn't there? Is that what I'm remembering? P-A-A. Yeah, let's go face him. Whoops. Son of a bitch. Alright, well there's our armor class damage again. There goes our plus. Actually, I think our chainmail is now, yeah, 18, -7. So it's still providing us 9. Jesus Christ. I think I got it. Let's just rest up. No, something drawing psychic energy again. What the hell's going on? PCB South. Again. Again. Alright, maybe we got it. Alright. I fired up UMoria 5, what I've been calling UMoria 5.7.1, which I think that version of the game that I'm describing there, I believe is the most modern version of UMoria available at this time. And I wanted to see if the run command worked there. As I said, the reason I'm playing 5.6 as opposed to 5.7.1 is that the 5.7.1 version has a smaller play window, and I'm not... There might be ways just to modify that. There might be ways to, tell a computer, hey, I want to have my window be this size or something, but I'm bizarrely, as somebody who's spent, countless thousands of hours programming, stick with what we got. Programming video games, I still have a very limited understanding of how, things work outside of, directly what I'm coding. Anyways. So that's why I'm using 5.6. And 5.71, though, I wanted to test to see if, by any chance, the run command worked there. And it did. When I had to use the period button as opposed to shift. I think we mentioned before, when you turn off the rogue command set and instead just go with the default command set, you press period and a direction to run. And in 5.7.1 that worked perfectly well. When I switched it back to the rogue set to be more in line... Oh, frack. Okay. It is young. The multi-hued dragons we were warned about. It is young. I think my PCE is still in place. So I'm going to stop talking about anything else for the moment while I try to kill this thing off. I hope my... Is it slow? We don't know anything about it, do we? We use it at normal speed. I guess we know that from observing it. I'm a little bit nervous only because I've been warned that the ancient... Well, look at my health as well. The ancient multi-hued dragons are the ones that'll tear you down in 2 seconds and just leave you a pile of goo on the floor. But for the moment, I feel like maybe we're okay. We got it. Okay. Let's check out this potion. Nah, not what we thought. Hairy dark red mold, I need to know what it does, because it's something new. Do we have any words? Yeah, we do. Scrolls of identify. Read. Scroll of identify. Hairy dark red mold. It's just a hairy mold of unhealth. So again, something I could throw at something to damage it, I think, but I'm not going to carry it because... I don't know. Because I ain't. Also, is that different from the... Was it a mushroom of unhealth we had before, I guess? A pair of hard leather boots could be useful to us. I guess we'll drop... drop the ring of dexterity. Alright, because we're probably not going to use it. What the hell was I saying? Let's also rest here. Let's cast PCA. Let's do that first. Let's rest. Let's PAA, PAF, PAG, PCE. Okay, let's move on. Anyways, when I switched to the rogue command set to be back with commands that I was familiar with, the shift key didn't allow running at all. Actually, matter of fact, the number pad didn't allow movement. It was very weird. So I do prefer 5.6. I feel justified in sticking with this, even though the run command doesn't work. That's the first bit of news. the second bit of news on the figuring this crap out, in further pursuing details on the most recent UMoria, I found a reference to UMoria 5.7.9 and tracked it down, and it led me back to the site where you download 5.7.1, which is the only version available there. And I realized it's not version 5.7.1, it's version 5.7.10, which is, I mean, when you have a double decimal point, you're clearly not talking about decimals, so I guess it makes sense to call it 0.10 as opposed to 0.1. But it's confusing to anybody who's familiar with decimals, because how the hell do you have 0.10? That makes no sense at all. Let me let my cat out, because she seems to want to go out, I think. There you go. So that's the news there, is that 5.7.1 is in fact, I think, 5.7.10, and it is the most recent version available of the game. The other news I have is that there was somebody working on 5.6 at some point who was talking about, oh fuck me, let's get rid of this guy fast. Whoa. Who was talking about 5.6 version 3, because in version 2 he tried to fix the run bug and possibly failed. And then in version 6 or 5.6 version 3, he claimed to have succeeded in fixing the run bug. So what that tells me is that there is in fact a bug that we are dealing with, and that's why I should frickin' put this on. I mean, it's better than what I got. Let's drop directly our bar chainmail D. I will drop for a second a pair of hard leather boots. Pick this up. Wear you. Alright, well, hey, it's better than what I had. It's not cursed, so maybe it'll be something awesome. Yeah, in 5.6 version 3, he claimed to have fixed the run bug. So it tells me, first of all, that there is in fact a bug, and that's what's causing us to not be able to run properly. And that allegedly it was fixed in a certain version. So I downloaded that version and fired it up. And there was a few issues. The first was it apparently it's a color version, a slightly color version. It was the colors were kind of wacky and not that attractive. I actually prefer the black and white. And on top of that, the graphics went off the screen a bit. When I tried to adjust the screen to fit it, it screwed up the graphics entirely. So it seems like it is a different, I don't know, a different, I don't know, version of the game entirely or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, I decided it's a little late in the, literally a little late in the game to be switching to switching versions. I didn't know if a save would port over or not, and I didn't want to risk it. And also, I didn't like the 5.6 version 3 that I saw, so I thought, screw it, I'll stick with the current version that we have. The only other anecdotal bit of news to tell you about all of that was that when I fired up, hey, let's try that. When I fired up 5.7.10 and tried to run it, or did run it, to test the running, I created a new quick character and called it test because that's all it was. And then when I fired up the 5.6 version 3, I guess they share a save folder or something. I don't know how that would be the case. They're two separate games that I don't install them. I zipped them to two different folders. But they apparently share a save folder or something, because test was available to play in 5.6.3, which incidentally terrified me for a minute, because I thought, oh shit, did I just overwrite this game? I thought, did I overwrite Kinerath with test? But I didn't, apparently. So we're fine. But it was a scary moment there. I thought I'd have to make a final video explaining, hey guys, I fucked up. But instead, I can fuck up publicly right here for your viewing pleasure at some point and have my character die violently, probably. Maybe not, man. I really am starting to feel like this is much more doable than I initially had thought. I was very intimidated. I thought this game was nigh on unbeatable. Certainly my previous attempts at it had given me that impression, but we've sure made it a lot further than I ever have before. And as long as we're not stupid, playing drunk or something, we should be fine. I hope. I don't know. There's a lot left out there that I've not seen before, so I don't know. It could be that we're going to uncover the hard way that there are some serious problems awaiting us that we couldn't foresee. What are you? You're shit. The hairy mold of unhealth. We could start stockpiling those and chucking them at monsters, I guess. But why bother? We have better means of killing them. Like my sword, or my shovel Wilson. Whoops. Kill that guy. Lots of Elvish Waybread. I am keeping it, I guess, for now. I wasn't going to carry rations, as you recall, but we found 4 pieces of this special bread that works really well, so I'm keeping it. It just saves me the rigmarole of having to drop stuff to pick stuff up, to cast, create food, and then, yeah, drop stuff to free up an inventory slot, cast create food a bunch of times, pick all of it up, eat it all. Whereas I can just, with one key press, move this along. So I guess I'm taking expedience of user experience over technically a slightly improved likelihood of winning the game because I have another inventory slot available for our character. But so be it. I don't know if we've done the detections here. Nope. Good thing we did them. Staff of Curing. Not needed. I assume it casts like Cure Light Wounds or maybe Cure Serious Wounds or something. I don't even know, to be honest with you. But whatever it is, we have access to all the best medical care in the form of our prayer book. Not to mention a bunch of Cure Critical Wound potions and several healing potions, which will heal 200 health, among other things. So I think we're set for healing for the moment. What we need is stat increases to get us free of this pattern of looking for stat increases. The game really seems to break down into about, I guess, 3 stages or so. It feels like, I just dug it out with my bastard sword. The first being really getting, surviving long enough to leveling up enough to get down to 1,250 feet. That's the first stage, which we accomplished a while back. The second stage, which we're immersed in now, is exploring in that region, 1,250 down to at least 1,500. We know that for sure based on our experience. You can find the potions that deep, maybe deeper, I don't know. But exploring within a set number of levels, possibly from 1,250 to 2,500. I have no idea how deep you can find the potions. Definitively, anyway. But yeah, the second stage seems to be searching for these potions and getting your stats up to a point where your characters, can be all he can be or she can be, as the case may be. And then the final stage, I guess, would be a descent to the Balrog. Leveling up as you go and finding equipment as you go until you feel comfortable killing him. So we are, I'd say, more than halfway done stage 2. I don't know if I could say more than halfway. Alright, that's cool. Let's grab that up. Drop the boots for a second. Pick this up. Read N. It didn't work. Didn't work. I wonder if your use device command has any, this thing here, your magic device ability has any influence on how often those scrolls successfully enchant. I'm not sure. Thanks for clustering together, guys, so I can kill you all with one spell. Or at least hurt you all with one spell. Now, let's keep going. I'll just keep PCBing everything I see. I'll rest right here. And I will PCE again, just to be safe, and continue on our way. Money, silver, numpin. No. I think we have a... Did we pick up an amulet to teleport? Yeah, we have that. If we ever need to use it. I'm terrified to try it right now. I don't know why. Why the hell would I be terrified to try it? Worst comes worse and you can't take it off because it's cursed or something. I could always cast remove curse. I don't know what I'm... I guess it's because I'm not entirely sure what it does. Let's do some detection work. Brrg. Not sure what I'm killing, don't much matter. Best to kill it from a distance. We sure seem to have the magic points to spare now, or the mana to spare. This 18100 wisdom is just magnificent. Couldn't be happier with that. I'll go so far as to call that the most important stat for Paladin, even though the manual claims strength and charisma for Paladins is the most important stats. I can't fathom why they said that. No logic behind it that I can see. I'll go with strength and wisdom wisdom of the two I think is probably the more important, because the spells are pretty vital. At least in my playstyle. If I just wanted to hack at something purely all the time, I would play a warrior. As I was doing in Angband before I abandoned that game that I'll eventually get back to. What sucks is that I would very much like to eventually do a... I mean, my hope with this YouTube channel is to do Let's Plays and reviews of free roguelikes. That's my ambition as far as this particular avenue of hobby goes. Which means, in so doing, in a theoretical, unlikely to ever be realized dream, I would do, I would play just about every single roguelike that had ever been made that's free. That obviously includes Angband, but I'd want to do a Let's Play from scratch. So I got to finish that run I was doing before. Whether... Oh shit, I was very lucky there. Let's disarm that so we don't come stumbling back on it. Z R West. Got very lucky. Let's do some detection work now. Yeah, eventually I'd like to replay Angband with a full playthrough. Although that's a very long game. It's at least as long as this Moria game, if not longer. It goes a lot deeper. You got to go down to level 100 to win that, as opposed to level 50 in this. But that said, I remember the monsters were much more clustered. You'd come into a room with like 25 orcs and that kind of shit, occasionally. So I seem to remember leveling up a lot faster in general. And I also seem to remember, well, I know for sure, you could eventually buy those stat increase potions in stores, which is how I got a lot of mine. So I think although it's a deeper, longer game, longer in terms of how much mileage you have to literally cover of underground tunnels, I think it may not be any longer in terms of time to play. If you were to ask me offhand right now which of the two games I prefer, I'd be very hard pressed. I don't know. I mean, I mean, Angband is undeniably this game repeated with far more content, and I like more content. It's something that let's head back to town, guys. It's something that I would grade a roguelike on, is, you know, how much content does it have? Because the more, given you're talking about a procedurally generated world, the more aspects of that world that are potentially available to experience, the better, really. Let's sell off some stuff. Does he have a staff of teleport? No. Alright, let's sell off some stuff. I don't need 3 wands of frostbolt. Let's sell off this one for 600. Nah, let's try it again. Let's sell off that one for 1200. Even that's pretty good. Okay. So in that regard, I'd have to say Angband has the upper hand. It also has, you know, it introduces a lot of these very special, unique monsters, a lot of, you know, hero-type monsters, directly out of Tolkien. And that's very cool. You know, I kind of, in some ways, miss that here. But this one has a much purer gameplay. You know, it seems a bit more straightforward, I guess, is the thing. And there's something very beautiful about that. Let's go outside here for a second. I'm gonna, well, let's kill off this letter. He's not coming near us. Okay, I'm gonna try wearing the amulet of teleportation and see what happens. Oops, it feels deathly cold. No, that's a cast remove curse. That would be under B. Yeah. Alright. I'm just going to pass my turn for a minute and see if I randomly teleport. Yep. So that seems to be what it is. If you're wearing let's eat. If you're wearing an amulet of teleportation, you will randomly teleport periodically. And that could be excellent. That could be a way to, you know, if you're in a tight spot and you're out of mana to get yourself out, you know, that could save you, but I don't love the notion, because it could also, you know, you could be trying to rest because you got 2 hit points left and all of a sudden it teleports you to next to a dragon or something. So I will maintain control of my teleportation. Thank you very much. What else you got here, buddy? Yeah, you got some of these. That's good stuff. PF and PG. I wouldn't mind if you had some. Alright, let's use those. We don't have any stats that are drained. Nope. Read. Make sure we're using our right weapon. Yes. Read. N. Alright. +1 damage to the sword we love. +2 damage to the sword we love. I think it's going to be N again, yep. And +1 to hit. Okay, well, +1 to hit and +2 to damage to our sword. You can't argue with that. We're at +8/+8 there. Let's see what's going on. We should identify some of our armor that we're carrying here. Let's make sure we are carrying it still. Yeah, our hard leather boots and our gauntlets. We might as well identify. Although we're going back into the dungeon with a lot less. These are +3/+1 slow descent, which means feather fall. But I don't really care about that. I have yet to encounter a pit that makes feather fall worth it. +2/+5, that's pretty sweet, but it's not sweet enough to overcome our +2 to hit and +3 to damage, I don't think. So let's sell off the new stuff. And see if he has anything else, like I don't know. Let's sell off this stuff first. Sell off the set of gauntlets. +2/+5, let's say that's good. 1,000, right? No? 700? Alright. Ballpark. Just trying to get him to his maximum price. Didn't happen. Just to make future sales easier. I don't feel like it, though. It's easier to do this. Well, there we go. We got his final offer anyway. Okay. Now, does he have anything that we want to buy? Mr. Grumpy, sir, do you have anything we want to buy? Nope. You do not. I can also identify my bar chainmail. My last damn scroll, but let's do it. Not my chainmail, sorry, my double chainmail. Plus 15, plus 4. RF. I think that means resistant to fire? Gotta look it up. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds to do so. It's part of why we're all here, of course, is to learn about this game. Feel free to skip ahead while I'm pressing buttons. Alright, here's the 5.7.10 manual. We want to do a little binoculars here, and we're looking for resist fire? RF is resist fire. A character using a resist fire object will take only 1/3 damage from heat and fire. Okay, well, I guess we're going to keep wearing it for now. This is not bad, and it's better armor class than a standard bar chainmail, so I guess that was alright. That was the last of our identify scrolls. Let's go get some words of recall. And some restored life levels. Buy up as many of those as he'll sell. That was the only one. It's not bad though, we've got a bunch of them. One of these, I think we're down by 1. If not, who cares? And yeah, I got 11 of them now. And words of recall, that's what we need. If he throws us out, we can go to the other store and get them, so we can afford to take things a little slow. Get him to his final offer if we can. I think we've actually bypassed that. I think he goes down as low as like 154 now. Nope, 164, okay. Got it. Alright, that's it. We're heading back down. We've got like 2.5 minutes left to explore the dungeon. I don't think we've even found a potion this round. We spent a lot of time talking about the various UMoria types and running and such, and not much else. Fruit fly. How I hate you, fruit flies. I don't know why I just cast protection from evil again. It was still in place, but alright. Thank you, Wilson. Another job well done. Are you a skeleton? Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a skeleton or, you know, or a corpse. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure if it was an animate skeleton or not. Erg. I think when we're done this level, we'll try even going down one more. We've had good luck so far with finding the stuff we want on 1500. Maybe we'll find it on 1552. And if we don't, oh well, then we'll know for the future or to come right back up. I should have got more flasks of oil. Not a big deal, but I should have. Alright, we got about 1 minute left to find that potion. Not that. I'll be dropping that soon enough, I guarantee it. "25 seconds. Oh, what was that? Black scorpion, we can deal with it. Did I kill it? Yep. Alright guys, let's kill off this giant. I think we're calling it there. He didn't drop anything. That's it. Alright, I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good one.